welcome to another reading vlog. So as you have probably seen, I was reading The Dagger and the Flame. I did finish that and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I think it was just very intense and my anxiousness at the moment can't take that. So I was kind of a bit stressed while reading it. But I am excited to read the sequel. It was very good. But it was kind of predictable. I guessed a few things. I would highly recommend it. It's just, it didn't feel like a 5-star for me. I'm reading at the moment on my Kindle. I'm reading Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. I think I'm only on the 3rd chapter, so I haven't gone very far into this. But yeah, chapter 3. But it's quite enjoyable. I'm liking it. The main thing I'm reading at the moment is actually an audiobook. And usually it's very rare that an audiobook will be my main thing. But I'm listening to Another Life by Kristen Hanna. It is my first Kristen Hanna book, and it's one of her earlier works. It was first published under a different title, and I actually can't remember it off the top of my head. But it was one of her first, her earlier works. And I'm really enjoying it now. I will say, it's predictable. It's inconsequential. But it's kind of like lighthearted. Well, I wouldn't say lighthearted because it deals with grief and stuff, but it's kind of hopeful and I'm just enjoying it. It's a pure escapism for me. And despite it tackling the topic of pregnancy and pregnancy loss and unplanned pregnancies and all that sort of stuff, which would usually be kind of triggering for me, I'm actually enjoying it. I actually like it. So I'm having a good time with it. And so I'm going to finish that probably tonight, hopefully, because I'm 60% through. And with audiobooks, I always listen to them on 2 times speed. So I think I can get to it. I can finish it, hopefully. I kind of want to now because I just want to be done with it. And I want to also just enjoy the rest of the story because I'm really liking it. So that's it for now. And that's my little update. So I'm going to probably just scroll my phone while listening to it. So I won't be vlogging, really. But I wanted a little update on what I'm actually reading at the moment because all these little clips probably don't make a lot of sense if I don't give you an explanation. So I finished Another Life yesterday. So I no longer have any audiobooks. I am now devoted to finishing. Well, actually, I think saying finishing it is a bit generous because I'm on chapter 3. But continuing Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. I finished Another Life, as I said, and I really enjoyed it. Usually books that tackle pregnancy loss, anything to do with pregnancy, can be a bit tough for me. But I actually found it to be a really hopeful and uplifting and feel-good book. And I really enjoyed it. Was it predictable? Yeah. It was. I kind of knew where it was going all the time, but I was just in it for the ride. I was enjoying myself, and sometimes you need a book like that is kind of low. I don't know if low stakes is the right word because it deals with grief, which is obviously not an easy topic, but it was uplifting. That's all I can really say about it, is that it was uplifting. And now I'm on to another probably fairly uplifting and cozy read, which is Rewitched. I might get the audiobook because, I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm just really bad at reading now. I rely too much on audiobooks. So no, I'm not going to get the audiobook. But I might get an audiobook for something else and just have the two to go between. I really want to read some Shirley Jackson as well because it's October. I nearly said August because it's October, and I feel like she'd fit the vibe because I have The Lottery and Other Stories. I have read The Lottery though. I have We Always Lived in the Castle and the Haunting of that one, the house. I can never remember the title, but the one that has become or was used as inspiration for the Netflix show that I haven't watched. I don't know. possibly gonna read a Shirley Jackson alongside this for the autumnal Halloweeny vibes that I so want to have. Anyway, that's it. I haven't really vlogged today, but just to let you know, I finished Another Life and I gave it 5 stars for just complete vibes. The vibes were good, and if I'm gonna say 5 stars in terms of quality, nah. Like it's probably a 3-star book, but I really enjoyed myself, so therefore it's a 5-star. Do with that what you will. Happy Halloween from your local witch. So last night, speaking of witches, finished Rewitched and really enjoyed it. I think I'm giving it a 4-star because I wasn't like, OMG, I'm in love. For me, there was far too much conflict in the story and far too high stakes for it to end so perfectly and neatly and wrapped up in a little bow. However, I really enjoyed it. Cozy, autumnal, spooky, and exciting. But yeah, the ending was just a little bit too perfect, considering at one point I thought the characters were gonna lose everything. I will be reading the next book that Lucy Jane Wood has read. I hope she's read it, has written. So I will be reading the next one. And for now, I'm going to be reading We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I'm on chapter 2. I'm not going to get this done in like today because it's Halloween. But I'm going to read as much of it as I can. I really, really enjoy it so far. The writing is just my kind of book. Like, I really, really enjoy this. So I'm going to keep going because I've already underlined quite a few things in the first chapter. So that's my plan for this Halloween. Hello, so it's about time I actually end this vlog. I can't even remember what I read, to be honest, because it's gone on for so long. So I'm going to get to We Have All Lived in the Castle in a second. But I think I started reading The Dagger and the Flame in the beginning of this video. And I finished that and I gave it 4 stars. It was very good. And I didn't give it 5 stars because I didn't have that 5-star feeling. I wasn't fully engrossed all the time. But I quite enjoyed it. The magic system was really interesting. I think I just don't love this whole enemies to lovers forbidden romance thing where they're together and then they're not, and then they're together and then they're not. And I think I've exhausted how much of that I can take with reading the Fort Wing series. Maybe it was just too close for me to be experiencing that again. But I did enjoy it, but I was kind of like, I felt like the whole love story aspect almost overrode the whole fantasy stuff for a bit, and I don't know, my heart couldn't take it, so I think I gave it 4 stars for that reason, and it just didn't have that 5-star feeling. Really enjoyed it, but I don't know. I want a magic world where there isn't so much emphasis on romance. I think that's why I loved Ink Blood Sister Scribe so much. Anyway, I then read Rewitched and I gave that a 4-star as well. And the reason for that is there was so much at stake, and at a certain point it almost looked like the main character was going to lose everything. Like, there was really high stakes at this, and then everything is okay in the end. Spoiler alert, everything is tied up with a nice little bow, and I felt like the ending was a little bit rushed in that regard. I was kind of wondering, how do we go from everything being at stake and her almost losing everybody and everything to everything being okay in a very short space of time. So I felt like there was this kind of, not issue with pacing, because the pacing was fine until the very end, but I felt the ending was slightly rushed, and so I gave that a 4-star. And then we have always lived in the castle, should I say. I gave that a 4-star as well. So this is a 4-star reading vlog. None of them very, very terrible. All of them quite enjoyable, but none of them giving me this oh my goodness feeling of wonder. I underlined a few things in this as well. It's so beautifully written. I can't wait to read more Shirley Jackson. However, with this, I think it's ambiguity at the end, where I'm kind of like, I've still got several questions about the sisters and why the town really hated them, because we kind of get told at the very beginning that there was a murder poisoning that happened within the family. One member of the family poisoning the rest, right? And so a lot of people die. And then as a result, the 2 sisters that do survive are kind of treated really horrendously by the town. And I was just a little bit kind of curious as to why the town really treat them so terribly. And there's this scene in it where it's actually god awful, like what the town do to them. But I was really kind of curious as to why they cared so much, the town cared so much about this family on family crime. Because it isn't as if the poisoning happened where the family poisoned somebody else in the town and then there's outrage, but like this was a family dispute or a family issue, and then they're kind of treated so awfully, but with like horror and like intrigue. So they're kind of almost treated like zoo animals by the rest of the town in the aftermath. And I was just very, like, I had so many questions, and I think it's meant to be that way. I think Shirley is meant to leave you, once you finish it, kind of unsure what to think and who is actually innocent and who isn't, and who did actually do the poisoning and who didn't, and why did they, because that's not really explained, like why this person actually did what they did. So there's a lot of questions, and I think I'm just left with no clarity, and therefore it's not a 5-star, because I'm so unsure so unsure about what I just read. So I gave that 4 stars as well. All really quite good books. Nothing new to add to the favourites list per se. I'm now going to, I have already started reading Will Prescribe You a Cat, which immediately just feels like my kind of book, so I'm going to continue reading that and rest up, because I actually have a throat infection at the moment. So I'm ending my October vlog in the first week of November, but that is just how it happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again another time.